Yo, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to Vussy Supreme Traders. It's your boy Vussy Magz, the one and only, back in the cut. You heard me. I should already talk about the title of the video. Today we're going to talk about bullish and bearish engulfing candlesticks, right? So let's get into it. Hi fam, welcome back to the channel Vussy Magz. Like I said in the beginning, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. Just smash the subscribe button, like the video, click the bell notification icon so you don't miss out on any of the future drops. So in today's video, actually to all the subscribed members, welcome back to the team. I appreciate y'all and let's rock, right? So in today's video we're going to talk about bullish engulfing and bearish engulfing candlesticks. I mentioned in the video I did the last time in this week's analysis video, I said if y'all guys want to see more about candlestick formations and stuff like that, because I only touch on those every time I make a video. Every time we analyze the market, I do touch on like the different kinds of candlestick patterns and formations and stuff like that, and you guys gave me a good response in the comment section. You said you're interested to know this kind of thing. So the first place I feel like it's best to know is the engulfing, bullish and the bearish candlesticks, right? So let's go ahead and dive deep into this one. So the engulfing candlestick or the engulfing candlestick formation is a reversal candlestick pattern that usually occurs when the momentum is about to shift into an opposite direction, right? So you expect to see this either in uptrends and downtrends. Like they are most effective within the uptrend and the downtrend, and they occur usually at reversal zones where the price is about to tip over and continue with the trend, right? So what comprises this engulfing candlesticks, like 100% of the time, is two opposite color candlesticks. So if the previous one is a bullish candlestick, meaning it's going to be green, then the next one is going to be red, which means it's going to be a bearish candlestick. So usually if it starts with the bearish candlesticks, right, it's going to end with a bullish candlesticks. So it's basically a transitional candlesticks. That's why we're saying it's a reversal, because if the price is going down and the candlestick before the momentum shift was a bearish candlestick, then after the bullish candlestick, right, the price is going to move in a bullish manner, right? So if the price was going down, if the price is going up now, right, meaning this was a downtrend, but now the price is reversing to the upside before it pushes down again. It means just before it pushes down, you're gonna first see that bullish momentum, and then it gets to a point where now the first bearish candlestick before the momentum continues, it's gonna be the one that's gonna stand out between the two candlesticks that we're talking about, right? So for an example would be looking at these two candlesticks, right? You can see the first one is a red candlestick and the second one is a green candlestick. So this was going from bearish to bullish momentum, you feel me? So the difference that we're talking about here is the size of these two candlesticks is what creates the scenario of a engulfing candlestick, because as you can see, the candlestick that we have on the right hand side, which is the bullish candlestick, it's way bigger than the previous candlestick. So it wouldn't make sense in a bearish market, where you can see the momentum continuing to drop, and then you see this candlestick that completely swallows the previous one. So that kind of shows you how much momentum you can expect moving forward with this type of thing. So that's why it's considered a bullish signal when this happens, right? So like I said, from these occur in two different scenarios. They occur in an uptrend and also in a downtrend, but where you catch them is actually the important part, because if you're in a downtrend and you get a bullish engulfing candlestick, but you know the overall like momentum of the market, the overall direction of the price is a downtrend, meaning it's downwards, right? The price keeps going lower and lower and lower. If you get a bullish engulfing candlestick there, you need to know that it doesn't mean the overall trend changed. It's still the same trend, it's still a downtrend, but you might just get slightly bullish activity there in that region, but you need to pay attention to the overall picture, which is why I suggest it's best if you go for the engulfing candlesticks which are aligned to the main trend that you're trying to trade. So if you are trading a downtrend and you get a bearish engulfing candlestick, that would be the ideal situation. Or if you're trading an uptrend and you get a bullish engulfing candlestick, that will also be the perfect scenario to find yourself in, right? So this is what a bullish engulfing candlestick looks like, right? So as you can see, the first three candlesticks are red. The price is going low and low and lower, right? And then once you get to this boxed area there, you see the first candlestick, just as you're expecting the price to keep going how it's going, you see the first candlestick, the first bullish candlestick, you see it completely swallow the like, when I say swallow, I mean it figuratively, as in like in the size of the bullish candlestick is totally, like, it's way bigger than the previous candlestick. So that's a key thing to look at every time you study price action, because you know there are indicators of momentum, and this is a very key indicator of bullish momentum, right? The next thing we're gonna look at is a bearish engulfing candlestick. So like I was saying, if you get this type of signal in a downtrend, this would be a perfect scenario, because you usually get this when the market is retesting previous level or previous stock structure and stuff like that, where when it gets to that zone, you will see if that zone was above the price, right, you'll see the price climb like you're seeing here with the three candlesticks. Once it gets to that peak, you would see a bearish engulfing candlestick at that zone, which is a previous support, previous resistance, and stuff like that. And this would be a perfect signal for you to sell, because like we said, when it happens in the downside, when it happens to the downside, meaning if it's bearish, it basically means that the momentum is about to shift from bullish to bearish. So this would be an overall perfect signal for you to go ahead and trade and open a sell or whatever, you feel me? So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna go check out bearish and bullish engulfing candlesticks, but basically now I'm gonna open charts so we can better identify and we can better understand basically where I'm coming from with this whole thing, you feel me? So let's go to the charts now, fam. Let's go. All right, so I'm gonna share with you a couple of charts that I exchanged this week with a couple of members, you feel me? So the first thing that we're gonna look at is the EURUSD. We're gonna look at it on the M15, right? So on the M15, we're basically gonna look at this uptrend that we had here, this structure of higher swing highs and higher swing lows, as you can see, until we had this breakout here. And there were also a couple of signals even after the breakout, if we're looking at the types of bullish and bearish engulfing candlesticks, right? So I want us to go through them, but in the M15 time frame, right? I want us to go through them in the M15 and basically break down where they are and what they mean at different areas, you feel me? So every time you see this blue marker or blue boxes, basically expect to see an engulfing candlesticks in that region, right? So the first thing that we're gonna look at this, because we already established this is an uptrend, right? We're gonna look at what happened here, basically in this region right here that's marked. But first, I think I have to remove this box so you can kind of see clearly what's going on. So fam, as you can see, the price was moving downwards, right? Obviously there was still bullish candlesticks and bearish candlesticks, but when we got here, right, the next candlestick, you see this bearish candlestick that we have here, that you see the next one, how strong it was. It basically was almost double the size of this one, which is what we mean when we say engulfing candlestick, because it basically breaks through the high of the previous candlestick, you feel me? Depending on if it's a bearish or thing or bullish, but in a bullish sense, it's gonna break through the high of the previous candlestick, which it did, and then you start seeing the price go higher and higher, right? So I'm just gonna draw this arrow here so you can basically kind of see what happened, you feel me? So now there was also a bearish candlestick, bearish engulfing candlestick here, this zone right here, you feel me? Let me just draw a box. So this is what I'm talking about, fam. I'm talking about what you're seeing here, right? We had this bullish momentum pushing up and then when we got to this high, the first bearish candlestick was engulfing because it basically broke through. It was a bearish engulfing candlestick, and we see this because it breaks through the low of the previous candlestick, and after that expect bullish momentum, expect bearish momentum, and of course the price might go retest, but usually if it's at the right place, you will continue to see momentum go in that direction, right? So the next thing we're going to talk about is the bullish engulfing candlestick, basically, which was here. You feel me? I'm just going to draw another one like this. So you can see that the price was going down, and when we got to this low now, right, this is where we saw a bullish engulfing candlestick, because it did kind of gap down, but at the same time it broke the high of the previous candlestick, right? So that's how we see it's a bullish engulfing candlestick. And it doesn't always have to like gap down before the candlestick, you feel me, actually climbs up in terms of the price or momentum and stuff like that. Even if it opens at the same place, it's still a valid engulfing candlestick, you feel me? And we see that the price basically does what it did back there, and then we see a bullish momentum continue to push the price higher, right? So the next one we're going to talk about is a bearish engulfing candlestick that we are seeing there, you feel me? So the price was basically going down, and then we had this bullish candlestick, but the next one was an engulfing candlestick because it started at the same place, but it closed lower than the low of that candlestick, you feel me? So that's an indicator of strong bearish momentum. Then we see the price do so and continue to go downwards, right? So what happened here at the bottom now? You're gonna see like all these things are gonna happen at different areas, sometimes at key levels, sometimes at random places, and I want you to only follow the ones that happen at key areas, you feel me? So just as the price was going down here, you get here, and then there's a bullish engulfing candlestick, and what do you see? You see the price slightly pick up again. You see the price pick up again and it goes to this high, you get me? So the next chart that I have for y'all is gold on the H4 time frame. Gold on the H4 time frame, we had this nice beautiful uptrend, you feel me? We had this uptrend, basically higher swing highs and higher swing lows, as you know. We had this reversal areas and stuff like that, right? But you see, let's look at what happened there, right? There was a bearish engulfing candlestick just there, you feel me? So the price was climbing up, and then it got to a high, and then you see bearish engulfing candlestick. But you remember, like I said in the beginning of the video, like if you're getting this in an uptrend, meaning you make, like in an uptrend, it basically means you have more chances of making money if you're buying than if you're selling. But you're getting this bearish signal now. The question is, do you take it or you don't take it? I wouldn't advise you to go against the trend, but if you feel like you have the right type of market awareness and stuff like that, and you can maneuver around this one, then I'd suggest you go do that. But there's gonna be times like this now, right? Times like this, I'm just gonna mark it properly there. There's gonna be times like here now, right, where the price is moving close to the trend line, and then this candlestick here, and then there was a bullish engulfing candlestick. Although the candlesticks are small, but it's still the same principle, you feel me? There's still a bullish engulfing candlestick there, and you see it's close, it's at basically making contact with the trend line. That's a very bullish signal for you to think to buy at, you feel me? And after you do so, you do see the price pick up and go to make a new high from a higher low, you feel me? So which one makes sense for you? Do you buy there, or do you sell there, or do you buy there, you feel me? So I'm just saying it makes sense when it's aligned with the overall structure of the trend for you to do so, right? Because there was also another engulfing candlestick at the peak here, right, where we had this bullish candlestick, and then there was an engulfing bearish candlestick, and the price did go down, but it's still against the trend, you feel me? It was still against the trend. So it's not really my style to just go against the trend like that. I usually prefer trades when I have an edge on the type of market. So let's go to the last pair. So the last pair, fam, is gonna be the US 100, which is the NAS 100. I was looking at this chart after a thing. A member sent it to me. He sent me like the signal on this pair, right? He said he wanted me to give an opinion on it. He wanted to buy basically here, right? He wanted to buy at this zone here. And when I looked at the whole thing, I told him to stay in the trade because, as you can see here, I'm just gonna draw a square. As you can see here, we have an engulfing candlestick because you see that this bullish candlestick basically broke through the high of this candlestick and it made a new high there, which was a good indicator of bullish momentum that was still about to follow in this market, right? So he looked at the uptrend and he looked at the highs, basically. He looked at the reversal zones and stuff like that, and you could identify that this market is still in an uptrend. And I said, listen, stay in there. And I looked at this thing for confirmation there. This engulfing candlestick was basically confirmation, and after that it went and broke through the TPs and stuff like that. So it's important to also follow these things when they are aligning with the overall structure of what you're looking for. It don't have to be uptrends or downtrends and stuff like that. It could be aligned with the type of market structure that you personally want, because not everybody's gonna trade uptrends or downtrends and stuff like that, right? Alright, fam, basically in this video, that's all I got for you guys. I hope you guys liked the first video in this installment that I'm gonna call the candlestick formations and patterns and stuff like that, you feel me? So the first one, like we said, we talked about the bullish and bearish engulfing candlesticks. I believe these are powerful tools only when you can kind of implement them in your trading system as well. But if you can't, if it doesn't have any place to fit in within your trading system and strategy and stuff like that, then it's not really going to be of any help. But if you look at the structure of markets and stuff like that, then trust me, this is gonna take your trading to the next level, you feel me? So I appreciate it if you're watching till this far. It's your boy Vussy Magz. You guys keep on supporting the channel. We're about to hit 3,000 subscribers. That's crazy. So I'm just gonna keep on doing this content for you guys, but it might not be as frequently as I want to, but it's gonna be quality content, you feel me? So subscribe, like the video. I'm gonna see you guys on the next one. Alright, peace out, fam.